Good morning, everyone. As you know, today is your SST video day. So, today we are going to explain chapter number 4 of civics. Chapter name is Growing Up as Boys and Girls. Now we start the chapter. Many stereotype people thinks that if you are a girl, so you never become a pilot. So, this boys and girls difference we read through a story of a Madhya Pradesh. This is an account of experience of growing up in a small town of Madhya Pradesh in the 1960s. Boys and girls used to study together till class 5th. इन मध्य प्रदेश में जो एक स्मॉल टाउन था वहाँ पर जो बॉयज़ और गर्ल्स का जो स्कूल था वो स्टडी एक दूसरे के साथ करते थे. आफ्टर दैट दे वर पुट इन सेपरेट स्कूल्स इवन फॉर बॉयज़ एंड गर्ल्स. लेकिन उसके बाद वो सेपरेट स्कूल में डाल दिए जाते थे एंड द गर्ल्स स्कूल वॉज डिज़ाइन डिफरेंटली. If it had an enclosed courtyard where the girls were allowed to play away from the watchful eyes of the boys, and the boys school had no enclosed courtyard but an open space used as a playground. Even the streets were used differently by the boys and girls. The boys used the street to ride on bicycle and loiter around playing tricks on each other, and the girls used them to walk straight home to after school, and that too in groups for fear on being attacked or teased. जो बॉयज़ होते थे वो बाहर बाईसाइकिल या अदर गेम्स वो प्ले कर सकते थे, बट जो गर्ल्स थी वो डर के घर में ही रहती थी. एंड द बॉयज़ वॉच्ड ईगरली एज गर्ल्स रिटर्न होम. एंड so we find that there are different ways and environments we grow up in, and it is the society that teaches us how to behave, what is right and what is wrong. ये हमारी सोसाइटी ही हमें सिखाती है. एंड right from early childhood, boys gets different toys to play with, the like cars, guns, etc. Girls get to play with dolls and cooking toys. How are they growing up as boys and girls? First, we know about what is gender. Gender is a human population division on the basis of biological factors. It's a male or female. It is called a gender. जेंडर क्या है? जो ह्यूमन पॉपुलेशन के अकॉर्डिंग मैन और वुमेन में डिवाइड किया गया है. लिस्ट ऑफ टॉयज़ एंड गेम्स दैट बॉयज़ प्ले विथ. क्योंकि जो ह्यूमन थिंकिंग है उसके अकॉर्डिंग जो बॉयज़ होते हैं उनके लिए गेम्स डिफरेंट होते हैं, गर्ल्स के लिए डिफरेंट होते हैं. लाइक फॉर बॉयज़ कार, गन्स, एक्शन फिगर्स, स्पोर्ट्स लाइक फुटबॉल, वॉलीबॉल, क्रिकेट. बट फॉर गर्ल्स they think that they are cooking items, doll houses, fashion toys, वो सब यूज़ करते हैं. एज बॉयज़ एंड गर्ल्स ग्रो अप दे हैव डिफरेंट एम्स एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव इन लाइफ. बॉयज़ विश टू गेट अ जॉब और एस्टेब्लिश इन बिजनेस. गर्ल्स जनरली विश टू गेट मैरिड एंड हैव चिल्ड्रन. एंड differences between on dresses, girls dress and boys dress. Differencing origin from our family also. Most of them become housewife girls, and this situation is fast changing in towns and cities. And girls prefer to take up various careers and work in offices. Indeed, women are making shoulder to shoulder with man and in almost all fields. but still women do not have the same status as men have in a society, and different types of works for women and men. Women do works, household works, physically जो demanding है, household works such as cleaning, cooking or laundry. These are the works for women's. And valuing housework, it is quite demanding, but it is hardly recognized that the work a woman perform at home, like looking after the family and tending the sick, cooking, washing, and is not considered worthwhile. As a wife, mother, and daughter-in-law, she has to perform various chores at home, and she is not paid for the work at home, which is devalued by the family and society. उसके लिए उसको कोई मनी वगैरह नहीं दी जाती, सैलरी नहीं मिलती है. A housewife works non-stop from dawn to late at night without reward appreciation. This is unfair. What women do at home is taken for granted. It is generally assumed that housework comes naturally to women, and there is no social values for work. Men's have the social value for work, but women's have not any social value for work. And what are steps taken by government to reduce discrimination? First, right to equality. The right to equality provides for the equal treatment of everyone before the law, for male and female. Our constitution provides us right to equality, and as it is a second steps is establishment of an Anganwadi. Anganwadi is a type of rural child care centers, and ch for child care. Third is the crèches for child cares. So housewives are helped in their domestic chores and domestic helpers also. And lack of what is the women's work and equality? Our constitution doesn't discriminate against women. Everyone, male or female, is equal in the eyes of law. Same fundamental rights are granted to women too as to men. In actual practice, however, there is a discrimination against women in the family, at workplace, and in society at large. Let's look at the form of substance of inequality between men and women. किसके बेस पे की जाती है? लैक ऑफ एजुकेशन के बेस पे, मैल न्यूट्रिशन, पुअर हेल्थ एंड मेल डोमिनेटेड. So the government has taken many steps like right to equality and establishing of Anganwadi, crèche for childs. These are the steps taken by the governments, and the governments has also reserved 33% of panchayat post for women. And recently a law has been passed to enable to inherit their father's agricultural land. A law has also been passed making domestic violence as a punishable offense. And union government launched a scheme called Beti Bachao Beti Padhao in January 2015, and it aims at encouraging birth of a girl child and education of girls. So the image of an Indian woman is fast changing, and there is equal opportunities for women in all works areas. And therefore firemen are now called firefighters, air hostess are now called flight attendants, and a chairman is called a chairperson, etc. So students, this is our lesson about boys and growing up as a boys and girls. In this chapter we read about the difference or discrimination between boys and girls. Thank you, students. Watch this video carefully.